Hello folks, good morning and welcome back to the Sea Morning Show. Now today we are going to talk about low carbon tourism. This is an alternative approach to tourism that focuses on minimizing traveling's negative impacts.
So not only minimizing negative impacts such as climate change, water pollution, and collapsed ecosystem, low carbon tourism also serves positive impacts from economic growth and wellness improvement.
A community called Bumi Journey is encouraging greater awareness of the issue and urge the public to take part in this eco-friendly travel, such as promoting actions to safeguard the environment from coral planting and prevention and also utilization of sustainable mangrove ecosystems in the city. Now, to learn more about their efforts, let's meet our guest today, the founder and director of Bumi Journey, Jessica Novia, here in the studio. Good morning, Jessica. Thank you very much for joining us today this morning.
Good morning, Ralphie. Welcome to our studio.
No troubles waking up early in the morning, right?
Yeah, great traffic.
All right, this is very interesting when we're talking about traveling, especially we are going to welcoming Eid al-Fitr season. Probably people will travel, homecoming and everything.
A lot of time off, free time.
Exactly, but this community reminded us to, hey, be careful. You can travel, but we can still take care of our earth.
Yeah.
Tell us more about that. Tell us more about what is Bumi Journey and its mission.
Right. So Bumi Journey is a travel provider of regenerative and sustainable experiences. Our mission is to inspire and enable people, so tourism basically, to contribute positively to people and planet. So for instance, any one of you are an ocean lover?
Yes.
Right?
Yeah, she loves the ocean. I have a traumatic experience at the ocean, but I'm starting to like it again now.
All right.
So what's about the ocean?
So for instance, when you love the ocean, instead of just snorkeling or diving, with Bumi Journey, you can also plant baby corals while snorkeling or diving. Or instead of only visiting a destination, you can also plant trees with Bumi Journey.
Nice.
So basically your coral or your trees will grow and then they become home to creatures on the ocean, on the land. They provide oxygen, they absorb carbon, they protect the communities from erosion, abrasion, and many other ecosystem benefits. So basically, after your travel, you leave the destination better than before you arrive. So that's why our tagline is feel good and do good.
Because at the same time.
Right. Because when you travel, you feel good. But with Bumi Journey, you can also do good.
Exactly.
So it's like an open trip. People can register. You have the program, or how?
So mostly we cater group travel. So mostly institutions. But once in a while, we also open trip for individuals because we also want people, like individual people, to also try our trip.
Nice.
So when was the last trip that you guys put up?
Recently, so last month, basically it's with company.
Oh, it's with the company.
Mostly company. So
it's not just around the Jakarta area, but also outside of the city?
Yeah, mostly Jakarta, but also we got some requests. So generally Bali, of course. And sometimes companies also specifically want, for instance, the rising trend one, Labuan Bajo.
So this could be a fun alternative for a company retreat, maybe.
Yes.
Oh, that's awesome. So Bumi Journey is an organization that aims to improve overall ecosystem, right? But not only the environment, but also the community. Sometimes it is hard to change a person's habit. Right?
Yeah.
What's your take on that?
Indeed, it's not an easy task.
Yeah, right?
That's why Bumi Journey take a proactive approach on education, both offline and online. In fact, all of our trips are designed to change behavior. I mean, we hope. That's why we always put education on our trip. So we share about the relationship between human and nature, we share the fact about the changing climate. Most importantly, we also share tips about how institution and individual, should take action on. So sharing one of my client, for instance, Charles and Keith, she mentioned that after our climate session during the trip, she is considering to improve her company policy on sustainability and even mark the trip as the first step of company sustainability journey.
Wow, good job.
Yeah, and my favorite story is from an editor-in-chief of part of IDN Media Network. So every year they have this annual summit watched and attended by millions of Indonesians. And she told me that she heard about climate change a lot, but only after the trip she feel the urge to take action, and then she managed to have a specific sustainability topic, and that's in that summit. So it's like, yeah, my personal story because my favorite story because it's like we change one person and then the person can then make a ripple effect, right?
Yes.
Or it can come to a very simple story of one of my clients from PricewaterhouseCoopers. So he told me that after the trip, instead of going to the nearby mini market by vehicle, he now take a bike or walking, right, by foot, so low carbon, right?
Yeah, so basically it depends to the people who wants to adapt this kind of, the
New
way
habit.
we live, the new habit, more consideration to take care our planet. So how do you see this? I mean, you mentioned about the challenge is about people's habit. How is the public see this program from Bumi Journey?
How does the public see as a program?
How people are aware about this?
All right, public awareness, right? So I would say the public awareness is still pretty low, unfortunately. So thank you so much, C Morning Show, for covering this topic because we need more and more awareness. So although the baseline is low, however, I see more and more people talking about this. We also got more and more requests. People ask questions. So although the baseline is low, but we see more and more traction recently, especially I noticed after 2022 when President Jokowi committed that Indonesia will plant 600,000 hectares of mangrove in COP26 at that time. So the biggest climate conference in the world. Then after that, a lot of more institutions and individuals start to talk more about climate.
Do you think that because of the president's thought so? I mean, since the COP 2026, COP26, and the government institution now more aware, take action about that. How about the general public? Because that is the biggest community, right?
Yes. So because the government starts, then there are programs. For instance, Kemenparekraf, our Ministry of Tourism and Creative Economy, had a climate positive campaign, climate positive tourism campaign. So Indonesia is the first country in Southeast Asia that have this climate positive plan, right? So then after that, more public understand, more public talk about it and try to understand what it is about. So basically it's like again ripple effect and the public starts to pick it up. I even see more mass tourism company now provide kind of sustainable travel experience because of trend.
Yes. So now it becomes a trend.
At least
a group of people are talk about this, and we need a consistency to do that.
Yes.
Right. Yeah. All right. She mentioned already about the Kemenparekraf.
Yeah, she did because Bumi Journey actually collaborated once with Kemenparekraf, right? So you work with various stakeholders and also government. One of them is the Kemenparekraf. Can you please tell us your experience on that collaboration project?
On that collaboration. So basically, I'm not sure if I should reveal it now.
Okay. Okay,
What is the relation between Journey and the Minister of the
Tourism and Creative Economy? Yeah. So the ministry is preparing something exciting about low carbon tourism in Indonesia, and Bumi Journey is involved because we are one of the provider of low carbon tourism and probably the pioneer to talk about climate related tourism. So we are involved in both the carbon calculation on water-based tourism.
Wow,
But
nice.
yeah, and the ministry is preparing both water-based and also land-based tourism. So if any one of you are interested to get to know more on the space, don't forget to follow Bumi Journey Instagram or LinkedIn.
Yay, we
So
cannot
stay
wait
tuned.
for that.
Actually, I have a follow-up question.
Right.
Because Bumi Journey have arranged many programs for many organizations since you started. So from all of that, what was the most impactful one and what's your most favorite?
Right. So most impactful one, I would say, also personal opinion, is when we supported this Parekraf Jakarta to create low carbon tourism routes in Jakarta. So we created 4 routes. Basically, we travel around Jakarta with public transport. We also went to places that support low carbon activities, such as creating eco-print workshop, doing race to net zero mangrove adventure, and going to vegan cafe, for instance, in Indonesia. In Jakarta. Yeah, it's my personal. I feel that it's impactful because I have this personal goal to support kind businesses. And one of the vegan cafe that was part of the low carbon tourism route, the owner told us that she actually almost thinking about closing down the cafe.
So sad.
But because of this now, because she is part of the low carbon tourism route, she see more and more guests,
Wow.
and she get hope that that yes, okay, I can still do this.
Oh my God.
So that's actually
So
part
it
of
gives
the
impact to others.
Yeah.
right.
And apparently
right.
a lot of people share the same values.
Exactly.
Yes.
So they wanted to shop.
Right. Yeah. So I find that yes, it's easy to be part of just a conventional business or initiatives. You know that there is market for that. So for me, I find that in tourism, we also have the power to bring people to visit those places. Right? To visit and support those kind initiatives that are good for the people and planet.
Of course, because it needs to start from somewhere, right?
Right. And also in terms of the most favorite one, I would say it's the mangrove planting.
Okay.
Because when we do mangrove planting trip, we can then have the carbon that is absorbed by the mangrove is more than the carbon emitted from the trip. That's why it's climate positive
Yes.
trip.
Okay.
Right, so that is my personal favorite. And of course, because mangrove, Indonesia has the largest mangrove in the world, mangrove area. But we also have one of the highest deforestation rate. Every year, we lost almost the size of New York City.
Oh, okay.
So then with the trip, people can not only enjoy the nature again, but we can also involve people on regeneration of nature. Mangrove is actually very important for Indonesia, specifically as a coastal community. It is a superpower, actually. When I went to one of the country in Middle East, where even climate change is part of the Minister of Defense, because they acknowledge on how mangrove or natural ecosystem is part of the defense, natural defense. So the head of the scientists even like envy with Indonesia because we have such a
for free.
such a big area of mangrove. And Indonesian is one of the most vulnerable people on earth towards climate change impact, and mangrove is very important because millions of our population live up to 50 kilometers from the coastline. Again, this whole thing is not easy to digest, but when you put it in a trip and make it fun and make it as a game, then people know it experientially and see how the biodiversity is there on the mangrove forest and all that. So yeah, I believe in the power of tourism for good.
Yeah, so we can feel more familiar with it.
Right.
If we can feel familiar, we can, we can have that kind of belongings things.
Exactly.
So we know how to take care of it.
Yeah.
And then we can be nurtured of our mangrove or probably our
Exactly. Biodiversity.
Exactly. So basically, this is the program that people should follow, basically, because it have to start somewhere. Especially now, we are welcoming Eid al-Fitr holiday. People are going outside the city, especially from Jakarta, and probably they will lift so much carbon. Do you have any program for that? Bumi Journey, for probably your upcoming journey, Bumi Journey, and probably will invite more people to join with the program.
Right. So we basically open for group travel. So anytime, including for Eid al-Fitr, then if you have any interest, you have a group and you have any interest to do good for the people and planet, be it in the Eid holiday or not, then feel free to reach us out, and then we'll be happy to take you. And we also have information about mudik and the carbon.
True.
Yeah. So please follow
Bumi Journey.
Bumi
of
Journey,
course, on
Instagram and LinkedIn. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Jessica. Now it is time to support.
Now I know the activity during the Eid
What to
because
do?
I live in Jakarta. Jakarta is empty.
It's gonna be
during
empty.
the Eid.
It's gonna be a
Now we
ghost
can
town.
find
Yes,
a new
please.
interesting activity with the family to take care our city.
Yes.
Yeah, and
Support.
Right?
yeah, and can I add a bit? So so it's not, we live in Jakarta, right? And maybe we are not very familiar with our own nature.
Exactly.
Right? Even we have some international clients. So European Union ambassadors were also joining us for mangrove planting, and University Technology of Sydney came with us for coral planting, for instance.
Nice.
So I invite Jakarta people to, not only Jakarta, maybe also, because we also cover across Indonesia. So if you think about, you mentioned before about outing with your team or company CSR, now it's time to think about something that is not only making you feel good, but also allowing you to do good for more.
Yay!
More, especially for the next generation.
Exactly. We can bring our family members together to plant probably a mangrove or probably coral in Jakarta area, or
Tree.
why not? Let's do something. Let's do something
good.
important.
Let's
of
do good
course.
deeds.
Thank you so much for
Thank you
coming.
very much, Jessica.
Thank you,
Thank
so
you,
much for having
Jessica.
me.
It's very interesting. I'm thinking about, I will follow the Instagram account and I will follow the journey as well.
Yes.
Let's
Please.
take part of it.
And it's time to support low carbon tourism.
Exactly. All right, we'll take another short break, and after the break, Rahma and I will give you the recent fashion style for Eid al-Fitr celebration.
Yes.